Hi Minnie Mousies, so you have a new sound to focus on this week and it's actually a new thing for you guys. So it's magic E, okay? And magic E in a word makes the sound I, okay? So not but I. So here is two examples of words that include and the magic E to make the I sound. So like, so it's not lick, it's like. It makes the I sound. And here's another one, smile. So not smell, smile, because it's got the magic E on the end. Now, before going any further, it is important to practice forming our letters that we're going to be using throughout this week. So let's have a wee look at and A. So starts not on the top line, not on the bottom line, just above, about halfway. So there's a wee dot where I'm going to start my okay? And it's just straight down and flick. And then that's when you add your dot on top at the end. Try that again. Straight down and flick and a dot at the top afterwards. So for the straight down and flick, your pen or pencil does not leave the paper, and then you can put your dot on at the end. Pause the video at this point and head off and practice your Next, we're going to practice our This may be a letter you've practiced before. I know I have done with some of the groups in their videos, but not to worry, it's always worth practicing to get even better at it. So for the you're actually going to be starting at the bottom on the line. So I'm just putting a wee dot there where I'm going to start my And I'm going to go diagonally up and round, touching that bottom line again before flicking back up. Try that again. So starting at the bottom, diagonally up and round, hitting that bottom line and flick. Diagonally up and round and hitting the bottom before our flick. Again, not at any point during drawing an did I take my pen or pencil off the board, okay? Once again, pause the video and off and try writing your Now, what we're going to do is practice a little bit of our diacritical marking and Elkanon boxes. Now, for our magic E words, there's something a little bit different about our diacritical marking, and I'm just going to show you what that is. So, like any other time, is not in our sound, so we will just put a dot underneath. I'm just also going to pick out the other letter in this word of like that's not in our sound. So kick and ki is not in our sound. So again, I'm going to put a dot under there. Now, as you can see, the letters in our sound are not beside each other. So it's not possible to just put a wee line under the two of them. When it comes to a magic E word, you actually draw a little rainbow from the to the showing that those two letters are what make the sound, they're just not together, okay? For smile, let's try that again. So S is not part of our sound. Is also not part of our sound. And I can also see that O is also not part of our sound. So I've put a dot under those three letters. However, once again, our and are not together, so they need a little rainbow that joins them up. Finally, for side, S is not in our sound, so it just gets a dot. The D is also not in our sound, so it just gets a dot. And lastly, like we have with the other two words, we're going to draw a rainbow from the I to the E to show that they are a sound together, they're just not beside each other. Now, when it comes to using your Elkanon boxes, because our sounds aren't actually beside each other in any of the words, we just have to pop each letter into its own box because there's not a way of putting them together. So for the word like, just be O in one box, I in another, K in another, and E in the last one. Because like I say, our sound are not together, so they've just got to have their own box. For smile, same again. Every letter would need to have its own box. And I'm sure you've guessed it by now, but for side, again, every letter needs to have its own box. So I hope this has helped a wee bit to understand what you will be doing with your diacritical marking this week for your Tuesday job. You can always come back to this video and revisit it and watch it again if you need a wee reminder, okay? Now, finally, the last thing we're going to do is practice reading our words with the flashcards in front of me. So when you see one of the words, for example, this first one, shout it out as loud as you can at home, and hopefully you'll be able to read each of the magic E words. Remembering that magic E makes the I sound, not the sound, the I sound. So here's your first one. And another one. And your last one. Now, I hope each of these steps have been helpful in you getting to know your new sound. Like I say, usually that you can pause, rewind, even rewatch this whole video if you need to, okay? If, for example, you get to tomorrow, so Tuesday, and your diacritical marking and Elkanon boxes task, you find you're struggling with a little bit, you can come back to this video and watch that part again, just for a little reminder, okay?